and we got a lot of suits, and we got a lot of nice ties, and we have no substance. And we're networking, trying to get in positions, when in fact, the young man told me, now I'm starting to realize that I don't need to be asking God to open up the doors. I need to be asking God to give me the word. Because if you get enough word, the word will open up. Y'all don't believe it. See, that's what's wrong. When you get good enough, you never have to say you're good. If you really get something to say, you don't have to tell me you got something to say. Everybody around you will know you have something to say. But because you seek the position before you get the message, then you have to network, you have to jockey up, you have to run behind people, you have to do all of this stuff. But let me tell you, when it came out of your gift, and it came out of your spirit, and it came out of your belly, you don't have to play politics, you don't have to chase people down, because when you got it, you just got it. Knowledge is something that you have to take responsibility for. You're not going to get that by the laying on of hands. I'm not going to breathe on you and you come up quoting scriptures. I'm not going to breathe on you and you become an astronaut. I'm not going to breathe on you and you become a CEO. I'm not going to breathe on you and you find a cure for HIV/AIDS. There are some things you have to put the grunt work into to master it, to become what you ought to be. I think I lost them again. They said, how can this boy, who is a common boy, whose father is a carpenter, know all of this that he knows? You have to learn beyond your situation. Their thought was, if your daddy's a carpenter, you should be a carpenter. They have limited him to functioning within the realm of how they met him. This is why you cannot get your identity from your associates. Because your associates will define you by how they met you, by your background, by your parents, by your neighborhood, by your community. And they say, if your daddy drives a bus, then you must be a bus driver. If you came from this situation, you must be limited to the situation you came from. But look at Jesus, who came from it, but was not bound to it. You need to have a mind that goes beyond your situation, that seeks to learn things that are not connected to where you came from or even where you are. You need to learn outside the box. Oh my God. Somebody help me shout in here this morning. You need to learn things that you don't even know what you're going to do with it. Has nothing to do with what you are doing right now. Because if you only learn according to where you are right now, then you can only do what you're doing right now. Don't pray to go outside the box if you're not going to learn outside the box. Don't ask God to take you over there if you keep your learning over here. But learn ahead. Let your learning be a step of faith. I'm going to learn it. I'm not hired. I'm not trained. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't know how I'm going to use it. But because I have the opportunity to learn on this level, I'm going to learn on this level. Then you pray, Lord, I'm available to you. It doesn't matter that you're available to God if you're dysfunctional. Lord, I'm available to you. What can you do? Nothing. But I'm with you. It's just like having a little baby child saying, I'm with you. I'm with you. Oh, Daddy, I'm with you. And you can't carry anything, and you can't drive anything, but you're great company. Have we been company to Jesus? At a time when we should be strong and well able and mature enough to be functional, are we just company available for companionship? Or have we learned on a level that causes others to be astounded? They said, well, whence cometh this knowledge? Now, knowledge can be learned, but the second thing cannot be learned. They said, from whence cometh this wisdom? There's a difference between knowledge and wisdom. I know a whole lot of smart people who are not wise. I know a whole lot of people who know a whole lot of things and have a lot of facts, but do not have the wisdom. Knowledge can teach you how to load a gun, but wisdom tells you when to pull the trigger. Knowledge gives you the information to do it, but wisdom gives you the knowledge, the insight to know how to use what you have been given. Do you know how to use what you have been given? In your house, in your life, with your influence, are you using effectively what has been given to you? I'm going to say this at the risk of making you angry. I made you shout last Sunday, so get the tape. I may make you hot this Sunday. Is there something that somebody else could do with what you have and do it better? I can tell you right now, when you know how to do something, you know how to do it. When you have wisdom over it, you can just do it. I look at young, for pastoring, for instance, I look at young pastors that I watch them. I've never seen anything as busy as young pastors in my life. 2 cell phones going at the same time. I'll be right with you. I got to take this call. We're getting ready to put on this spaghetti dinner. Call me back. What do you mean the hot sauce isn't made? Who didn't bring the hamburger? Oh my God, what we going to do without noodles? Did anybody get the paper? They're busier than a one-arm wallpaper hanger. And I think, what in the world are you doing? Are you building a Crystal Palace? No, we're having a spaghetti dinner on Friday night, and so-and-so didn't come through. I say, you don't even need to do that. Hang up the phone. Do this. Have one meeting. Do this over here. Do it. When you know how to do something, you can cut all the stress and all the work out of it, and we could go ahead. We could go to lunch. You could hang up that phone. You might be working hard, but are you working smart? All of that effort, what do you have to show for it? Jesus said you've been toiling all night. You've been working for years. What do you have to show for it? So there must be something missing. If you're putting in the effort and you're putting in the hours and you're not getting results, there's got to be something wrong. If you don't get results, something is wrong. Jesus cursed fig trees for not getting results. How can you take up sun and water and not have any fruit? You are supposed to get results, and you will not get them if you don't expect them. You have to understand, to put in effort and not get results means something has got to be wrong, and I got to find out what's wrong and fix it, because I am supposed. Oh, y'all don't want to hear me? Let me tell you, I am supposed to be blessed. Let me try, y'all. I am supposed to be blessed. I'm supposed to be prosperous. I'm not supposed to be dancing about prosperity like I'm shocked. I'm supposed to be prosperous. I'm supposed to win. I'm supposed to have the victory. I'm supposed to overcome. I'm supposed to be victorious. I'm supposed to have peace of mind. I'm supposed to have joy. I'm supposed to have life. Oh God. I'm supposed to be the head. I'm supposed to overcome. I'm supposed to prevail. If we get in a fight, I'm supposed to whip you. And if I don't, we got to find out what's wrong. Look at the perception. Look at the perception. We got to find out what's wrong. What's wrong? I'm not winning. What's wrong? I'm supposed to. How can I have God and not win? how can I have Jesus? Peter was crazy to wake up Jesus on the boat, talking about we gonna sink. How you gonna sink with the master on the boat? Let Jesus get some rest. God can't drown. I said God can't drown. And if he's in the bottom of the boat, you know the people on the top of the boat ought to be chilling out. You ought to be sunbathing or swimming or something. Because if God is for you, wisdom. Oh, you might have drove to church, but you're going to fly back home. When I get finished with you today, you're going to spread your wings and fly back home. You're going to put that little mess you've been worried about up under your feet and fly back home in the knowledge and the faith and the favor of God. I'm supposed to be blessed. Let the haters say whatever they want to say. It's my natural habitat to be blessed. I was created by a blessed God, put on a blessed planet. I'm a blessed man. What else am I gonna be? I gotta be blessed. I was with Bishop Watkins this past Friday, and he preached a message, get used to it. Touch your neighbor and say, get used to it. Now, that's the problem. When you rise above where people think you ought to be, they have a problem adjusting to where you are. If I make a living rolling you in the church and my economy is built on you needing to be rolled in the church, sometime if you jump up and start walking, don't expect me to be happy. Because I have built my life around you staying at a certain level. And if you escape that level, I have to change to accommodate the new you. So I want to keep you needing me because we are codependent in this situation. That's why you can't draw strength from people around you, because you got some folk around you who have built their life on you staying at a certain place, and they're not happy when you get up. I know her well enough to make that illustration. We're friends, so don't critique me and say that was insensitive. It wasn't insensitive at all. We know each other. Now listen, Jesus had knowledge, he had wisdom, and they knew he had performed miracles. They said the mighty works that were performed at his hands. Jesus did the work. He got the results. He was a miracle worker. His potentials were limitless. Everywhere else,